Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special day in our life as we celebrate Christmas here in Italy. And we believe that our people in Nigeria as a whole and in Ebonyi State, we wish them long life, Merry Christmas and prosperity. With the fans of Chief Dr. Edward Okwago for Governor Ebonyi State 2015 by Labour Party, fans from Italy by Professor Dr. Engineer Pilot Nwannebuike Nwiboko. And we start with this. Why are you in support of the Labour Party in Ebonyi State? Secondly, politically, what change can the new chancellery bring to Ebonyi State? Thirdly, how do Ebonyans, the spread, see this very political change? Again, why can't people like you go down to Nigeria to contribute for a better democracy as a PhD holder?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Let me use this opportunity to first, or primo possible, support my own moral, way of political endeavor on this particular issue, in the sense that, you guys talk about International Opus Day on politics of Ebonyi State, because Ebonyi State is not only Nigerian geopolitical zonal, something like that, but it's something international. I'm trying to bring down my jargon so that it could be well understood by the populace. What I'm trying to say is that before we talk about Ebonyi State politics, we're supposed to talk about the Nashita, that is the birth of Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State is a state, one of the last states that is being created by General Sani Abacha by the last protocol of 1996. So after this, it became a state, which is very positive, politically speaking about, according to what the Constitution of Nigeria talks about, most especially the one that is being amended in 1999. I'm talking about the 1999 Constitution, which says that Nigeria must be a federation of 36 states. So Ebonyi State is a result of the last protocol of General Sani Abacha. He did it, and we are so grateful for him. May his soul rest in gentle peace. Amen. So Ebonyi State was created. It was created, and the first governor that we have is Walter Fegabo, a military governor who tried his best to make sure that there is a positive transformation within the state. Then after, he handed over to the first civilian governor, Dr. Sam Ominyegu, and after then, that is in the party of the PDP, People's Democratic Party, and after then, Dr. Sam Egu, this is the history of Nigerian politics, handed over his governorship or administration to Chief Martins Elechi, who continued governing the state according to his individual capacity up to this level, and he continued governing. And due to the political ups and downs or cyclic movement, Ebonyi State being commanded by the sole political party system of the PDP, happened to, due to the resultant effort of what is happening in Nigeria as a whole and within Ebonyi State and its House of Assembly, has happened to give a way or to pave a way to the emergence of another political party, that is the Labour Party, as the potential governorship election or candidate. And in this issue, we have seen somebody who is not only tested and trusted, but he's a technocrat. Not only a technocrat, he's somebody who, instead of parking his money in the Swiss bank or in foreign banks, he concentrated his wealth within the territory of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we are so proud about this. This is one of the reasons why we are saying, and I particularly as a professor and a Nigerian double PhD holder in Italy, is in the support of the Labour Party, because they have seen and foreseen the prophecy of the goodliness of Ebonyi State.
Thank you, Prof. We can see that you like this party and you are supporting this party.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, you, as a man of timber and caliber, a good citizen and the son, a true son of the soil of Ebonyi State, what do you have in mind of Ebonyi State? And what do you have for Sir Edward and the people of Ebonyi in general? Because we know that you and your team can change Ebonyi State.
Thank you, my comrade. I have so many positive things for the people of Ebonyi State, primarily talking about the people, because it's the people that give the authority, that they are representative, that's the political law or rule. What I have for them is that, I have to say, obviously, that I'm thanking them for having chosen Sir Doctor and architect Edward Nwiboko to come out as an agent of change in this political humus, political gambadoism that is going out, that is ongoing and underway within Ebonyi State political goings, political life. They have decided to install or to choose Sir Edward, architect Nwiboko, to represent them. This is not a kind of politics that I termed stake kakis mopole plutocracy, but it's a kind of the exercise of democracy, because the people, first of all, has to choose their own representative at the primary level. Then it goes to the general governorship or guber election. What I'm telling the people of Ebonyi State is that Edward Nwiboko cannot let them down, because Edward must rule with or he must govern, which is better politically, with a team that is highly qualified, that must be surrounded with him, that must bring such kind of development that Ebonyi people want. That is what I'm trying to say. So for Edward Nwiboko, I'm telling him that, Mr. Man, my friend, you have to understand that people has really fought against this novel initiative. What you have to do is to forget about individual interests. That's what we call interesse personale, and focus about the ipso civitatis. That is general interest of the populace or the public, so that your adventure, your political apparition will pave a way to the dividends, to the real dividends of democracy, just as we have been doing in investing in Nigeria and giving lots of work possibility to people so that they can get their living. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Nwiboko. We thank you very much. We want you to understand that as a double PhD holder, there is a very big difference between someone who have double PhD holder and someone who has single. What advice do you have to give we, the people of Ebonians?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Let me tell you, primo possible, that the advice I can give, most especially, goes to the youths, to be very, very patient. We shouldn't be politically insensitive, in a tribalistic manner. But we should try to understand in biblical or in religious aspects. We say when God has sent somebody. In political aspect, we say when somebody is highly or is generally accepted to have been qualified to govern or to govern, I don't say rule, to govern, to handle a particular kind of position. I'm not saying that Edom is Jesus Christ, that is perfect, but I'm simply saying that Edom is an agent of change. Because if somebody could ignore all the dividends and the gains that one could have in pounding his money in foreign banks, and he humble himself to invest that or those of his capitals within the state, which means if he's given more opportunity with his group, they can transform the state to a kind of everlasting place where people can have their rights, obviously, and continue living in the highest political mood, positively speaking.
Thank you very much, Prof. We are happy and proud to have you in our midst. Thank you very much.
Thank you. May God bless you. I'm wishing all the Ebonyans Happy Christmas, and wishing that, or hoping that in Ebonyi State there comes a political atmosphere that must transform good living to entire people of Ebonyi State. We don't want a situation whereby our natural resources will be sold because of individual interest or for a simple reason of somebody trying to contest a kind of political post, so that the people will be rendered useless and you become a governor or a president of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. But what we are saying is that regiminis mutata non mutatur ipso civitatis. And Machiavelli said that, not only mutatis mutandis, he said that changes must continue to occur so that the people can get their standard and the taproot of political enjoyment, because politics means people's participation in social life. It doesn't mean occultic organization or business. It means people's participation in social life. If we Africans could accept this particular reality of politics, Africa will be the highest overseas ever on the earth, just as it has been propounded in the Holy Bible of God in Genesis chapter 1, verse 11 to 12. And the whole thing that is written in the Bible from Genesis chapter 11, Genesis chapter 12, when God told Abraham to leave his land, Asia, to go to Africa, Egypt, so that he will not die. This is what is written in the Bible. And what do you call him? Abraham obeyed the Lord, and he went to Pharaoh's land, and Pharaoh blessed him, and he went back to his land. It was very prosperous. When Jesus came, the Asians were trying to kill him, but the Lord said to Joseph and the wife, which is Virgin Mary, to leave that land and go to Africa, the same Africa. And the three wise men as were in Christmas who brought and who recognized Jesus Christ as everlasting King and the Son of God. And the Africans, the Remagi, they come from Africa. They brought to Jesus frankincense, gold, and myrrh. Thank you.
Thank you, Pilot Nwiboko. We welcome you.
Hoping that Ebonyi State will choose the very person on the line, Sir Dr. Chief Architect Edward Nkwego. I'm Professor Nwiboko Anthony Dandeze, supporting Ebonyi State's political change in the person of the Labour Party and of Dr. Edward Nkwego. Thank you, and may God bless Ebonyi State, bless Africa and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.